Welcome back to my channel. We are using one of my favorite ingredients of all time, lentils. I love lentils so much. I actually think they're underrated. And we're gonna use these lentils in the best ever lentil salad. I'm telling you, this salad will blow your mind. I have made it for so many friends and family members, and everybody agrees that it is the best lentil salad. This recipe comes from one of my favorite food bloggers, Sarah Britton of My New Roots. I love her, and I love this recipe especially. It's in her cookbook and on the blog, which I will link to both down below. It's an easy recipe to make. Lentils are actually really easy to make, easier than beans. There's lots of fresh herbs, tons of spices. Every single ingredient in this salad is nutritious. I believe that lentils are a sadly underrated superfood that we all can be eating more of. They come in so many varieties. You can cook them in so many different ways. They have more protein than beans, and you don't have to soak them. So extra thumbs up, double thumbs up, all the thumbs up for lentils. I'll talk more about why I love lentils and the health benefits of eating lentils as we go. But in the meantime, let's just get started with this very easy to make salad. For the salad, we have got to start with our most important ingredient, lentils. I've actually already cooked my lentils in the Instant Pot. That makes it so much easier, but you could, of course, cook them on the stove as well. Cooking them in the Instant Pot, you just add water, the lentils, turn it on for 10 minutes, and voila, you're done. By the time I get dressed, they're done. The thing about this salad though is you want to use lentils that are room temperature or cold. You don't want them hot out of the Instant Pot or off of the stove because it changes the texture. As lentils cool down, they firm up, which is going to be perfect. For the ingredients, we're going to use French lentils, which have the perfect firm texture for this cold lentil salad. We're using medjool dates, which are chewy and sweet, but any dates will do. Fresh herbs, you can use any variety you like. Today I'm doing basil, cilantro, and mint, and a bunch of spices. Like there's cardamom, coriander, turmeric, cumin. That's why this salad is so delicious. Because I want the most flavor in our salad, I like to start by making the salad dressing so that as I chop the onions and the basil and the herbs, the lentils are already marinating. I like to make most of my salad dressings in a jar with a lid. That way I can add all my ingredients, put the lid on it, give them a shake, and the dressing is perfectly emulsified. And if I have any leftover dressing, it's already in the perfect container to keep fresh in the refrigerator. I'm gonna do 1/3 of a cup of olive oil, 1/4 of a cup of apple cider vinegar, Dijon mustard, maple syrup, sea salt, black pepper, cumin, turmeric, coriander, cardamom. We're gonna freshly grate some nutmeg, cloves, cinnamon. I'm gonna skip cayenne pepper because Baby J only likes spicy food when it's Ethiopian, which this is not, so no cayenne for us today. And that's it. We're just gonna pour our dressing right over our lentils. I'll give it a toss and let it sit while we prep all of our other ingredients. Now that we've got our dressing on our lentils, we can prep all of our other ingredients. The red onion, the dates, the fresh herbs, and the capers. That's all gonna go into the lentil salad, be tossed, and voila, it's done. It's that easy. All the ingredients in this salad are special, but I especially love the fresh herbs. You can use any fresh herbs that you have on hand. I'm doing a blend of basil, cilantro, and mint today, but I also like to add fresh dill, parsley, whatever is most abundant at the grocery store or farmer's market or in my backyard. I got a little garden back there, y'all. It's tiny, but it's something. Each one of these fresh herbs has their own nutritional properties. For example, basil is particularly antifungal and antibacterial. And a funny thing is cilantro helps to remove heavy metals from your body. They're all super nutritious though, so use them in abundance. I'm gonna give these herbs a rinse and then I'm gonna chiffonade the basil. Chiffonade is basically a way of slicing basil to make thin, delicate ribbons. It's actually really easy. When you cut the basil in a chiffonade style, you bring out more flavor, more of that aroma, and more of the nutrition in the basil. And it's so easy to do. Let me give this a rinse and I'll show you how. To chiffonade basil, take your big leaves and stack them on top of each other. And then you're gonna roll them into like a tight pencil shape. Take your sharp knife and slice as thinly as you'd like. And now you have beautifully cut chiffonade basil rhythms. And now you have beautifully sliced basil ribbons that we can add to our salad. While I usually use my knife to chop the basil and cilantro, I like to tear the mint leaves apart because they have to be torn off their stem anyways, which is, you know, a little tougher. So why not just tear them apart and throw them in the salad that way? You can use your knife, you can do whatever you want though. First up, we're gonna dice our red onion. The original recipe calls for currants. However, I am partial to dates. They're so sticky and even sweeter, so that's what I use. However, you can use any dried fruit you prefer. Now let's add our red onion, our dates, add the capers, and that's it. Give it a nice toss. See how easy it is to make this? And it's delicious. Oh my goodness. I'm just gonna put some in a bowl for myself right now. However, there are so many ways to enjoy this. My favorite way is probably on top of avocado toast. The creamy avocado toast, the sourdough bread, it is so comforting, but also healthy. Extra, you know, I don't know what is it. I also like to eat this with roasted sweet potatoes and a steamed vegetable like steamed broccoli or bok choy. And I love adding this lentil salad to my kale salads because it just bulks them up, adds even more flavor and texture. Mwah, delicious. Ooh, and I like to add toasted pumpkin seeds or toasted nuts on top for extra crunch. As a vegan, one of the most common questions I get asked is, where do you get your protein? People know that vegans get protein from tofu and maybe beans, but they don't realize that there are so many other wonderful sources of plant-based protein out there. Protein is just the building blocks of life, meaning that everything has proteins. When you break them down, they're simply amino acids. Now, it is true that different foods have more or less protein, and my favorite source of plant-based protein are lentils. Lentils have more protein than beans. And not only that, but they seem to be even more nourishing and satiating. They have a ton of fiber, which in addition to protein, also helps keep you fuller for longer, and it helps to support a healthy gut microbiome, which is better for your digestion, even your mood and your energy levels. Lentils are also a great source of iron, magnesium, potassium, calcium, and vitamin B6, plus so much more. Another great thing about lentils is that each of the varieties have a different nutritional makeup. They all are super duper high in protein and fiber. However, they each come with different phytonutrients based on their color as well. So make sure you eat a wide variety of lentils to make sure you're getting the most benefit out of this wonderful food. Personally, I do not count nutrients, not my macros, not my protein. I know if I'm getting enough protein or nutrition if I feel my very best. I expect to be nourished by my food. I think of my food not only as delicious, but also as fuel. So when I'm eating a balanced plant-based diet, which has lots of lentils and green vegetables, starchy vegetables, whole grains, nuts, seeds, all that good stuff, I expect to feel nourished, energized, and satiated all day long. If you feel hungry or like you're getting hungry quickly while you're eating a vegan diet, that might mean that you're not eating enough nutrient-dense foods. Now, when you're eating a wholesome plant-based diet, like how I'm always sharing here on this channel, with whole foods like lentils and beans and tofu and vegetables, then you should be getting enough protein regardless. If you're already eating that way, maybe eat even more lentils. I promise this will help. And if it doesn't, maybe it's time to get your levels checked to make sure that you're not having any nutritional deficiencies. Now it's your turn to make this delicious lentil salad. Once you've made it, let me know what you think about it. Leave a comment down below. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and like this video. It helps my channel so much. And you guys, next week, we're getting close to the holidays. So I'll be back with an apple pie video that will blow your mind. It's so yummy. I even picked the apples myself. Well, Baby J helped. She picked 2 apples, but we went apple picking to get all of the apples, and this is a loaded, thick, delicious apple pie. Perfect for the holidays. So don't miss that video. Turn on notifications if you haven't already. For any new vegans out there, I want to remind you that you can sign up for my newsletter, and each week I send a free meal plan. The newsletter sign up will be linked down below so you can join in. I also share special content that I don't put on the blog on the newsletter. So check out that link down below. And as always, guys, thanks for watching. I'm gonna go have my lunch and go get Baby J from school. See you next week. Bye.